Hello everyone, my name is Alexey Yermakov and I am one of the core developers of Alvex, the Alfresco based product that we are building. And today I would like to talk to you about the way one tests Alfresco extensions. As far as I know, at the moment there is no best practices for testing defined by vendors, so everyone does it the way he likes. So that's why we decided to create our own simple testing framework. So basically we're not interested in writing classic unit tests because they allow you to test only limited number of things. We're interested in testing REST APIs, custom UIs, and so on with complex behavioral tests. So you might want to ask me a question: why do you need to reinvent the wheel? Because there is a plenty of projects that allow you to do things like that. So the answer is quite simple, because we can. Talking seriously, that's because we don't want to write unit tests and we don't want to use Java 2. So the idea behind is to use easy to learn Python as the main scripting language. As the core testing framework, we use processes that is very similar to JUnit and TestNG both. And we use a Selenium Engine to emulate browsers. And okay, now let's see the framework. It allows you to call REST APIs through the Python wrappers, and moreover, it defines few standard APIs. So here's the example. We are using people services exposed to the Python through the REST APIs. As you can see, it's completely transparent. There is nothing to do with HTTP communication here. In case you think standard APIs are not enough for you, it's okay to extend the list of available APIs. Just grab the JSON from the URL and the wrapper object will do the rest of the job for you. Okay, now the most interesting part, UI testing. For the UI test, framework brings you predefined classes and decorators to run tests only for specific browsers. And the most interesting part is the way framework allows you to interact with share forms, mostly the way you do it in browser. Okay, let's see example again. Okay, by default, tests will be run against all the browsers that you have available on your system. But in case you don't like it, you're able to define a test with decorator, and your test will be run only for browsers that are explicitly configured for it. Now let's take a look at the more complex example. We have a Dashlet we want to test. Dashlet shows the list of workflows that a user is permitted to launch. When you click the link, workflow start form shows up. This is the form. We have two mandatory fields to be filled before form may be submitted. One is the standard text one. Other one is the form with the field with the custom control that shows a pop-up form. First thing we need is to implement the Dashlet in our code. With the Selenium, it's quite easy. We just use CSS selector to find a base element, and after it, we can implement other logic that Dashlet needs. I will skip the details on Dashlet implementation and just show you the way we use it in tests. So here we go. We just log in the share, open the dashboard, locate the Dashlet. After we located the Dashlet, we are able to use it. We just go through all available workflows and click the link to launch them. And after that, we should see the pop-up form. Here is the snippet of the form configuration. As I said before, we're interested in two fields, one standard text one and other with a custom control. Okay, here's the way we configure the form in Python. We do it mostly the same way we do it in share config. We define workflow ID and the list of fields to be used during the tests. After that, we're using implemented APIs to interact with the form for Python. We set in two fields, one by simply setting the text value, other by using APIs to to interact with the form. And as you can see, there is nothing special to create a complex test, but you can easily achieve this target by just simply combining described capabilities. So repository tests, UI tests, and the bindings. Now I'm going to say a few words on the roadmap. We are planning to continue project development by providing more predefined controls, more wrappers for standard APIs, and of course improving framework code. So if you're interested, don't hesitate to join us. Here's the links. Thank you for your attention.